Hello, everyone. My name is Gus.
Hi, I'm Woody.
Today we have a reaction to one video of this TV series. We've received literally hundreds and hundreds of requests for us to talk about the diving they do in this show that I've never seen. It's called, I think, Blind Frog Ranch or something like that. The issue with reacting to TV show clips and movie clips. What are you drinking, dude? What is that?
In order to get a word in with you on these videos,
No, just tell me what.
no, I just want to answer. See, I figured if I have like more hydration and energy, more thoughts will come in, and then eventually one of those thoughts, I'll keep trying. I know I'll try, and we'll get out. You'll let me actually complete the sentence.
Got it. Okay.
So it's just a matter of like, the more you put out, one will get through.
Still didn't answer what it is. Looks disgusting. What is it that you're drinking? What
you
is
want
that?
a sip?
No. What is that?
My nurse, which I have now looked at all my levels or whatever, said, this is like a supplement that you pour in water. The only water I drink is Fiji. It's way better. I'd pass any taste test on that, by the way.
Oh my God.
And you just feel amazing. You feel so much more energy.
Yeah.
So today you should expect me to try to get more words in. And I'm hoping you'll let me get one complete sentence today. Will be victory.
I will.
Oh, what were you saying? What was this about?
I'll say that when people request us to react to clips from TV shows and movies, it's tricky because it gets copyrighted whenever we play it. So I don't know how much of this will make it out. The problem with the copyright, and just a quick tangent on YouTube, is that even though reaction videos are clearly protected under fair use, YouTube doesn't monitor. This is like an automated system. So like anybody can claim copyright whether they're in the right or not. It doesn't matter.
See.
And I think Google, in order to get all these large TV networks like Discovery Channel and A&E and BBC, etc., to post their clips for free on YouTube, they are giving them priority when it comes to enforcing copyrights.
But then if I notice you challenge it,
yeah.
Have we ever not won, or do we usually
multiple times?
So we've lost.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I only challenge. Look, sometimes we get like if Discovery came and said, "Look, the revenue that comes from the ads shown in this video should come to us because we made the TV show," even though reaction videos are under fair use, are protected under fair use, I still have an easier time accepting that because the reaction is public. Like at least the time that we spend recording this and editing this doesn't go to waste.
Yeah.
The money goes to them. I get it. We don't get the whatever revenue came from the video, but at least it's public and people can enjoy it, right? Whether the money's going to them or not, which happens to a lot of our videos. The revenue goes to the original creator, unfortunately. The problem I have is when the videos are prevented from going out.
Right.
Some of these networks are like, no, we don't even want the money. It's just completely copyright strike. It cannot be public.
So it's a possibility this will never be allowed to be shown.
There's 3 videos in the past that I remember that were shut down completely, never made it publicly, or if they made it publicly, it was only for a couple days, which this begs me to ask you, if you're watching these videos, subscribe and also click on the bell to be alerted, because 2 of my favorite episodes we ever recorded, I don't know if you remember, were about the guy who blatantly murder his wife on a scuba diving dive.
Never made it out.
No, it was out for like 4 days, and everybody was loving those videos.
Comments were blowing up. I remember
know.
Because everybody, and most of the comments were like, "Come on,
come on."
I mean, this is ridiculous."
Yeah, because the whole episode was like, "Do you think this guy killed his wife?"
Right.
And every time they would say like, "He also did this,"
and then there was life insurance just taken out like a day before. Come on,
it was crazy. But within like 3 or 4 days of it come out, we got copyright struck and it was taken down, never to be seen again. So
you look healthy. Like,
it pays.
What have you been doing the past couple?
Asking people to subscribe. That's what I've been doing.
It seems like, I don't know. You seem rested, is what I would say.
Okay.
Are you rested?
The point is, I also noticed that YouTube did like
different.
a purge.
I don't know. I look probably tired from work.
That's okay. YouTube did like a purge, and we lost a lot of subscribers because once in a while they go and clean up whoever they think is not being active.
Recently?
It was recently. So if you're watching this and you're not subscribing, you're like, I'm pretty sure I remember that I was subscribed. Leave a comment below and be like, I was subscribed. I wasn't anymore. Now I subscribe again. So hit the subscribe button. Anyway, we rarely ask people to subscribe, but the copyright thing reminded me of how important it is. It doesn't cost anything. Just subscribe so you can be alerted. And if the video is taken down, at least you saw it.
Do you think we have anybody left now that we just did 30 minutes of nothing? Anybody you think will be left to even watch the reaction?
A couple.
So in a way, what you could do is,
The
since
two
we
of you
just
who
did
are
30
left.
minutes, we got that video. That'll stay.
The two of you who are left, subscribe. Anyway, so this thing right here, apparently they do a lot of sketchy diving in this show. It's like a ranch, I guess, in Texas or something. And every time they find a hole or a cave, they go in diving. And these people apparently are not cave divers, and they do everything is crazy.
Do you think the whole world,
I haven't seen this one.
most of the world, is able to dive in 3 mils in freezing water? I'm cold. I have
a
no.
river. It has to be cold.
It's cold.
Are there rivers that are not cold water?
Is there any fresh water that's not cold except for your bathtub? No.
Yeah. So anyway, so these guys are apparently going to go diving into a virgin cave.
Okay.
And we'll see what we think.
This is the place I was talking about. If you go below that rock, there's like an entrance.
Dude, that's Wendell Knope. He's a legit, he's a legit cave diver.
The underwater cave.
I'm sure he
could
is.
Be connected to the ranch.
And a 3 mil.
I really think that this could lead all the way back to the ranch.
This
Or
guy, I
has
don't know
to.
who he is.
Okay.
But Wendell Knope
Knope
is
real
legit.
quick before we get in the water. This is a virgin cave. No one's ever explored it. Now, in virgin caves, there's ancient silt. Silt that's just gotten on the wall, kind of like dust. When we go in, some of that dust is going to fall. It's going to look a little foggy. But as long as we can see in front of us, we're okay because we're setting a line. If something happens, we can find our way out.
Okay, so Wendell Knope, he's actually been featured on Dive Talk before. If you watch the video where they found a waterfall inside a mountain, like they went diving in a cave and then they found this waterfall, that was Wendell Knope. He's a legit cave diver. So for those of you who said, watch these, they don't know what they're doing, well, you're wrong. Wendell Knope is legit. This other guy, I don't know who he is.
No, they're talking about us. We don't know what we're doing.
Oh,
that part could be.
That is true. But what he's saying, I wanted to mention something really quick. He said on an unexplored cave, there's ancient silt, means silt that is all over the cave, like from the ceiling all the way down, which is going to fall on you. Now, you may be thinking, but Gus and Woody, I've watched the show, and if you have proper kicking technique, that shouldn't be stirred. You should be perfect. The problem is these guys are in open circuit. They're diving with regular tanks, which means the bubbles, even if you're perfect underwater, like don't move at all, somehow you're just moving without moving, the bubbles are going to dislodge all that silt and it's going to rain on them. So no matter how good they are, this stuff is going to land on them.
We got 2 tanks each, and if something happens to one of these tanks, we got to go to the servers immediately. This is serious business.
It is.
How are things looking?
Yeah, I'm still picking up that beacon, and the signal is coming from under the shoreline. So that beacon is underground inside that cave.
You know you wish you were there with them.
Oh, of course. But the beacon thing, come on.
Well, yeah, the beacon thing's weird, but I mean, it is very exciting. And I'm not saying that we should be doing it or we're experienced enough to explore virgin caves on our own.
Yeah.
But when you do, we've had the opportunity to.
Several times.
I don't know how to explain that difference of excitement. You're literally going where nobody's ever been. It sounds so, yeah, big deal, but when you're doing it, it's the coolest thing.
Yeah.
That's why people are addicted to it. There are guys like Brian, Brian Kitcook in Abacos still goes crazy when he lays
insane.
even 300 more feet of line. He devoted his life
Yeah.
to cave. That's how addictive it is to cave exploration. It's very, very exciting.
Even in caves that people would call boring, like there's no formations or anything. It's just wet rocks in caves. When you go in there, we just went through this on that property that was for sale in Florida. That they found a cave and they're like, "Can you guys come and dive?" And we're like, "Absolutely!" And we went into this cave. Nothing remarkable about it. It was just mud and sticks. Like there's nothing to see down there, but leads. Like every time you lifted your head and you saw tunnels going in all directions, you're like, this is the best day ever. It's like,
it's amazing.
Even though there's no like crystal and stuff, like Brian gets twofold. He gets to see leads plus all the crystals and all that other stuff. For us, even though it was just wet rocks, the fact that we were going in there and we laid like 2,500 feet of line, whatever it was in Virgin Cave, that was just mind blowing.
Definitely.
Josh, plan is see how far we get, see if we can find that beacon, and see if we find the tunnel that leads back to the ranch.
You know what you're doing, but be safe.
Right.
You know what you're doing. Okay, let's
If
see.
you don't surface, there's not a damn thing we can do about it.
We have a guide wire. We're gonna deploy it all
Guide
the way
wire?
inside. We're gonna tie it
fine.
off at the very beginning of the cave, and then we're gonna run it with us as far as we can, safely.
Sounds good.
Chad's on a quest here, but it's very dangerous. My job here is to keep Chad safe and be the voice of reason so that if the worst happens, we can find our way back out safely.
I really do like that they have stressed now 5 times. This is dangerous and safety.
Yeah.
You know, they're really not ignoring that. Like, we've done videos in the past where guys are just like, I can do this and I'm this and I'm that, and they just blow off safety.
Correct.
So I think it's really important to understand that this is one of the most deadly activities in the world, especially exploring the Virgin Cave.
Yep.
Like, will it collapse on them?
You're gonna be underwater for an hour?
The whole thing shouldn't take more than an hour.
Okay.
We're gonna just follow it as far as we can.
Okay, let's just go.
Here they go. Be careful, man.
It can't be too tight, right? Because they're back mount. They're not side mount. The tanks are on their back.
No, they're side mount, I think. Oh,
No,
wait,
I
this,
think they're both back mount.
no, Wendell for sure had side mount.
Oh, right, he did.
You can see the 2
He did.
SPGs sticking
But the
out.
other guy, I think, just has a back mount tank. I think. Let me look.
What's with the music? They just went down for a second. Okay.
Right? That's a real limiting factor. I mean, how any restriction that back mount could cause problems.
Yeah.
Look at that mess.
Man, and this light just... Okay. But he has 2 lights? I'm so lost here.
As they enter the cave,
Okay,
their
looks like
fins
side mount
stir
there.
up the loose silt, reducing visibility to
course.
almost zero.
I know I'm pausing a lot today.
I want to go there so bad.
You know, a lot of these are a little bit, they add things that are subtle that make no sense. Let me
Right.
give you one of them, okay? When you're diving, you cannot, unless you're on both on a rebreather, and you can't hear the other person, you can't hear, you hear that in the background? They're on open circuit.
Yeah.
They're going to hear nothing, zero, bubbles, right? So when you hear all that, that's all dramatization.
Yeah.
It's not like that underwater. You can't really hear. It's very difficult unless you're on a rebreather to hear the other person talking. You're just blowing out bubbles in the water column.
Yeah, it's super loud. And of course, they add all the the tense music so to put you in a state of mind that this is so dangerous. And it is dangerous, but
Yeah. But
I
look,
would love to be there.
of course. But look at on the bottom right
Yeah.
there, okay? Look at the silt. That's going to blow up. That's not going
Yeah.
to stay right there. That's on the way out. You could have zero visibility on the way out because of that.
For sure.
So how are they going to get out? They got to follow that line that they're bringing with them.
Correct.
They set a guideline so they can find their way back to the mouth of the cave. But navigating the path forward won't be
Who's
so
doing the line
simple.
work?
In these murky conditions, the only way to know if they are headed the right way is to feel the flow of the water and then swim against it.
So it's a spring. Now this silt is good. I like this because that doesn't...
You see there's flow.
It's like beach sand. Yeah.
I think Wendell has 3 tanks maybe. I think he's carried an extra tank for the other guy. I think.
As they get deeper into the cave, the silt starts to settle.
See that flow? It's just keeping it clean. It's pretty tight. How's that back mount guy gonna get through?
No, that's the guy. He's in side mount.
Oh, okay.
They're both in
I
side
could
mount.
have sworn they showed somebody in back mount.
It does look
Never
weird.
mind. This is. Would you not want to be? Look at that. That's brand new cave.
How is this cave virgin, dude? It
Look at
looks
that.
so perfect. Yeah.
High flow.
Following the current upstream has led them to a near dead end.
You just never know,
No
though.
more than a few inches wide.
Chat's doing good, man.
He's pretty bold. Chad will squeeze.
Yeah. I don't think Chad is worried here. He's doing good. Air leak.
That's not good.
It's okay. You can still breathe out of it. Just
Yeah.
feather it.
Or it may just need to be tightened right there.
Yeah.
Maybe the valve can
Close
loose.
it, purge it. You have 2 tanks. My light died. So he's leaking air and his light died?
But this is where you better stay calm.
Chad's hand light has
Oh.
failed. And his oxygen tanks.
I got 4. Yes or no? The announcer of his oxygen tank.
I know.
Where are you? He has the line. Why
Well,
not?
the where are you part confuses me with the
Right.
line.
He has the line.
An impact with the cave wall caused Chad's pressure gauge to come loose. To fix it, he must switch regulators to the reserve tank and use a wrench to tighten the leak.
It's not a reserve tank, by the way. So, all right. So let's stop there for a second.
But and now comment on that and the fact that they can fix this.
Of course. Yeah. So the Chad is diving side mount. He's using both tanks. One tank is not reserve, and he's using the other one. You breathe out of both at about the same rate. They tell you, like, in Imperial, 500 psi. 500 psi is about 30 bar, I believe. 30 to something like that. But let's just say 30 bar. So you breathe 500 psi out of one tank, then you switch 500 out of the other one. Why do you do that? Because that way you're not out of balance, number one. And number two, you don't want to breathe one tank down super low, then you switch to one that is full, and then that fails, and now your backup is super low. So you breathe them both at the same rate. That way, if one of them fails, the other one had enough, right? You're not gambling 50-50. Let's hope that the one that fails is the one that is more full. So
And
breathe
you're
both.
doing that to the point where with both of those tanks, you've only used 1/3 of the volume in both of those tanks going in.
Correct.
You need another third to come out, and another third they say is just reserve to ultimately get to the surface. It's rule of thirds in open circuit cave diving.
Right. So in this case, Chad, it says that his SPG came loose. The SPG is a submersible pressure gauge. I have one right here. It looks like this. So he had one of these that tells him how much air he has left in his tank, and apparently came loose. So what you have to do is you close that tank, switch to the other one. That's where you have two separate tanks. Switch to the other one, close it, purge it, meaning remove the pressure, and then tighten it up. Some people, I like to do that. I got this from Akin, by the way. Swim or dive with a multi-tool in their wet notes. It just fits on your wet notes.
Awesome.
And you just pull it out, and you can tight wrenches. It's like a little wrench. It has like all these different dimensions of all the wrenches from Scuba. And so you find the right one, tighten it up, open it again, and you're good to go.
That's, the funny thing that I learned about Occam by spending time with him at DEMA is he actually promotes making it easier on your dives. Why do things that are just for the sake of doing them? That's the way he thinks. He's like, but that's harder. I want it easier.
Yeah.
And when he tells you certain things, you're like, that just makes your life way better.
Yeah.
He's really like that. I love his whys. And, you know, he had some very good whys, for example, on my long hose configuration. And I was like, and when he shows you, instead of being like defensive, he's not doing it to attack you. He has a way of just saying, look, let me show you some things that are just going to make it better for you. If you don't want to make it better, I'm telling you, I've learned from my own experience. I really love that he's like that. Anyway,
and if you want, I just wanted to mention, because of that video is important, we uploaded that video to Dive Talk Plus. So go check it out. Dive Talk Plus, there's a lot more like for divers, like just where we get deeper into
stuff.
it. But I just wanted to show, this is what a scuba wrench looks like. I have one that looks like a card, and it has all the different dimensions. But see, this is what it looks like. See how thin it is? Right? That's why it fits on your wet notes, because it's super thin. So it's still a wrench, but it's super thin on the side, on the profile. So you can stash it and then use it for repairs.
I love it.
Yeah. Just close the tank, chat. Done? Okay, keep going.
That's why I said earlier that I suspected it could be. It looked like it was the kind of thing that something just came loose.
This looks like the Diamond Sands
look
restriction
at this. Yeah.
at Jug Hole. Who's the cameraman, though? That's what I want to know.
I didn't want to tell you.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah. I'm back fitting through it. It's pretty easy for me.
I love it.
This is cool.
Yeah. It's like a chimney.
Like, it's exciting, right? Like, you don't want to go and explore that and lay line. Like, where does that go?
Dude, I would love to.
Where does that go? That's
Please, Discovery Channel, call me. Call us. We would love to. What? A skull?
Yeah,
Totally not planted there?
maybe. Fell in, washed upstream, an animal, maybe?
Yeah, it looks like a horse or something. Or a cow, I don't know.
Well, I don't know how it washed there. It's a spring, so
Right.
how would it go against the flow?
There is a lot of light, though. Like, I feel like there's an entrance somewhere. Oh. Well,
They found one. Boom. No.
Oh my God.
you find a room like that?
You okay? Are you seeing this?
How's it feel to be somewhere where no one's ever been before?
It's a
With
waterfall?
a waterfall?
Yeah.
Come on. I'm not,
Holy.
no one's ever been to this spot. Look.
What is going on, dude?
You don't want to find your own waterfall that no one's ever seen?
Oh my god.
What would you name it? Gus's waterfall?
Holy.
Whoever.
This isn't just like a series of tunnels. These are caves that people could have lived in. I mean, we found a deer skull down there.
A
It
deer,
didn't
okay.
just float in there. I mean, likely someone killed and ate that deer down there. The Chico Mosoc legend was talking about exactly this. These hidden chambers that could house whole civilizations.
This has to
Okay,
be back
I
the
don't know
ranch.
the whole civilizations, but it's amazing.
And that's where we're in right now.
Oh my God. Wow.
Pretty amazing.
Insane. It was
Pretty amazing.
insane. Dude, Discovery Channel. I wish we had an agent. That way we can see Call My Agent. You know what I'm saying? Because that will be epic. To go and keep exploring that cave. I mean, it looks like it kept going. Because what
Oh,
makes the cave
for
is that
sure.
flow of water. The water is carving through the rock for thousands and thousands of years. So, you know, when you are exploring caves, the easiest way to keep going and laying line is to follow the flow. Even if you have multiple tunnels, you just look, where's the flow coming from, and follow the flow. So the fact that there was a waterfall coming down tells me there's more cave. Like,
Oh,
keep going.
Who knows? It could go for miles. I mean, remember that caves that they've been exploring for decades are still going.
Yeah. Even the super touristy ones like Ginny Springs
Jenny
is still
Springs, who knows?
They don't even know. But man, that room was so amazing.
If we came up in that room and we
Yeah.
saw a waterfall, and you and I were the ones that found it, and no one's ever been there, I'd be like, "Welcome to Dive Talk Waterfall."
Well, I would be like whoever the highest paying company is. There will be Red Bull Waterfalls or Rolex or whoever. I mean,
Well, right now we have nobody paying us,
that's true.
so I don't know who's going to get that award.
Yeah, let's just come on. We need to go and find some waterfalls inside mountains so we can start sponsoring.
That's
You know?
what keeps these guys going. Is just finds like that, right? You know, that's what keeps them motivated to keep exploring.
Now, I can only imagine how exciting it was to find that room since we found our room in Mexico.
Yeah,
And we were like barely the three of us could fit.
Yeah.
Me, you, and Mike.
it was awesome.
And I found it by luck. I was
Yes.
just looking all over the
You
place.
kind of
I'm
went
like, "Oh,
straight
what is
up.
that?"
I remember you just and I-
Something that way.
And I remember following your line. I'm like, what? It's just straight up now.
And then
It's
boom,
very cool.
it's a little room that we found, and we actually filmed that whole thing. I'm gonna leave the video right here. Go check it out. We actually found a room.
We sure did.
Believe it or not.
What's the name of it? You named it.
I think we call it Dive
Got-
Talk Lair.
Yeah.
So, have a good one.
I'm so glad I got to talk a little.